in my opinion, and after being a futsal director for a futsal specific academy, year-round futsal specific academy, for the better part now of about 7 years, and the director of a futsal league and tournament organization for about 10 years now, not to mention a former collegiate soccer coach and an academy coach, here's my opinion. It's simple, really. It's all about economics. It's about the gross profit margin that clubs and academies have in the U.S. youth soccer market. They make more money with soccer products than futsal products, regardless if futsal has been proven time and time and time again. And again, if you're one of those people that, don't know much about futsal, or maybe you have your personal feelings about not liking a 5v5 game or 7v7 game or 9v9, but you think that only form of soccer is 11v11, I recommend that you guys basically go out and do some due diligence and some, needed research as to why futsal is a ultimate development tool for soccer players, not to mention a fantastic sport which is exploding worldwide. Yes, even in the U.S. against all odds. But the number one reason why soccer academies and soccer organizations did not push futsal more, which it should be, is financials. First of all, soccer has bigger rosters. Even at the starting ages of 7, 8 years old, you usually have about 8 to 10 kids on a roster. That's number one. Number two is most soccer organizations, including academies, they basically are getting field training space or field game space either for free or for very small amount of money. Example, XYZ local town soccer club. They're usually getting their fields from the town for free. Town or county. For free. Why? Because they're a nonprofit local sports organization to aid the community, and they're getting those training grounds for free. Here come the academies. They usually work out a deal with those local clubs to provide a discounted service, a discounted training service to those local clubs in exchange of getting those same fields either for a very, very small fee or for free. So now we have the issue of getting training grounds either at a very discounted rate or for free. Not to mention that the rosters for soccer, even at the younger age groups, vary anywhere from 8 to 10, let's say, at 6, 7 years old. And most rosters really, the way they're, loading up these days are around 12 in that age group. If you go to an academy, even more so. As you get older, your roster is about 14 to 17 to 18, sometimes to 23, and so on and so forth. Now, multiply the amount of money that the families are paying per those numbers, and you have your gross amount that a team generates. Bouncing to futsal, almost every organization out there has to pay for futsal training space. They have to pay for indoor training space. Why? Simply because there's just not a lot of free space out there. For those local organizations that are around that may have a contact into town, that might be able to get a church or a school gymnasium, maybe for free, maybe, or for a discounted rate, they're very few and apart. Most of the organizations, the futsal organizations, have to rent their space for third-party venues, for venues that they're there to make a profit. And I hate to tell you guys, but all across the country, those rentals are pretty high. Why? Because there's not enough indoor spaces and the demand is high. If you add basketball and volleyball, well, guess what? The demand is high. Now, most futsal organizations usually run their programs from November till the end of March. That's the highest space inquiry period of the year. From November till the end of March, that's when usually, quote, is futsal season. Unlike organizations like ourselves, which we basically are a year-round futsal organization, and we rent space year-round, okay? There's not a lot of organizations nationally like us. Again, my partner and I am an ex-college coach. I resigned and retired last year. She is still a collegiate coach. So although we are soccer-based coaches, we recognize the value and the importance of having futsal at a young age. Besides the development factor, it's a fantastic game. But even though we seek and we rent rental space year-round, those prices don't drop that much. And here's an example, like our academy, between our academy and our leagues, we probably rent just in the fall and winter months, 400 to 500 hours. Year-round, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 750 hours to 900 hours, depending on the year and the programs, okay? So that's a lot of hours. You would think that we get a tremendous discount. No, not really. Why? Simple. There is not a lot of spaces out there available. The privately owned space rentals recognize that. So they give us a discount, but they pretty much hold their price. So to make a long story short, in my opinion, the number one reason has nothing to do with development or benefit to the consumer or to the kids. It basically has to do with financials. Soccer organizations are making more money because of what I just explained to you. The benefit of the consumer, the benefit of the kids, I hate to say this, but it's not the primary driving force. So that's the quick video on how, in my opinion, and why should I say, the number one reason why futsal is now being promoted is financial, is the profit margin of the organizations. But I tell you one thing, sooner or later, that will change. The demand for futsal in my professional career in the futsal arena, and I will give you the last 5 years, it's skyrocketed. Every year you see more and more families inquiring about futsal, more and more families getting into futsal, more futsal events locally, regionally, nationally, not to mention internationally. The professional futsal arena with FIFA and UEFA is blowing up. So it's only natural for the demand to grow in the local area. As the demand grows, well, guess what? Now those soccer organizations are going to be forced to abandon the old strategy about the money and put futsal in the forefront, because basically you're going to need to have futsal as part of your soccer curriculum, even if you don't make as much money. But believe it or not, they'll figure a way to make more money. That's the video for today. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Help us navigate through the algorithms of YouTube, and I'll see you guys on the next video.